first narrated a story from the Ramayana to him.
I was 8 or 9 years old when I watched the epic immortalized as a television series. And more recently, 11-year-old Padmini watched the show and saw Sita go through several hardships and couldn't understand why. She was inconsolable.
But Bhanu Didi, as we lovingly call her, sat her down, and a few magical words from her, and Padmini's heart lightened, and a smile touched her lips. Something had shifted in her.
What did Bhanu Didi tell her? What new perspective uplifted her heart? What is the true story of Sita? It is all unveiled right here in the book. We welcome you to the launch of Sita, a tale of ancient love, and we're excited for you to experience Sita like never before.
We would like to now invite Srimati Mansi Prasad ji, an accomplished classical vocalist, to sing the invocation song Janaki Ramana in Raga Kapi, composed by the poet saint Sri Tyagaraja, as the sacred lamp is lit.
We request the Rajmata Sahib Srimati Krishna Kumari Bhanjdeo of Bhastar, educationist and researcher Srimati Hemlata Bagla, and Srimati Bhanumati Srimati, who we call very lovingly Bhanu Didi, to light the sacred lamp and unveil the book. We are also joined online by Maharaja Yaduvir Krishna Raja Chamaraja Variyar of Mysore, his wife Maharani Trishika Kumari Variyar, as well as Princess Diya Kumari from the Jaipur royal family.
Srimati Vasanti Narayanan ji, Srimati Nanda Rajneesh ji, and Srimati Geeta Kulkarni ji. It's our pleasure to please have you on stage for the sacred lighting of the lamp. नमामि चन्द्रभगिनीं सीतां सर्वाङ्गसुन्दरीं नमामि चन्द्रभगिनीं सीतां सर्वाङ्गसुन्दरीं नमामि धर्मनिलयां करुणां वेदमातरम् नमामि धर्मनिलयां करुणां वेदमातरम् नमामि जानकी रमण दशरथ नंदन शर्वरेश वदना हरे राम 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 राम दीनवत्सल दया जलधि राम दीनवत्सल दया जलधि राम दीनवत्सल दया जलधि वरदानशील कोदंड पाणे दीनवत्सल दया जलधि वरदानशील कोदंड पाणे जानकी रमण दशरथ नंदन शर्वरेश वदना हरे राम कौशिक मकसं रक्षणकारा गौतम गाता निज रूप गुण कौशिक मकसं रक्षणकारा गौतम गाता निज रूप गुण महित महेश्वरा महित महेश्वर चापदल नगर मिथिलातनय करमालादर महित महेश्वर तापदल नगर मिथिलातनय करमालादर जानकी रमण दशरथ नंदन शर्वरेश वदना हरे राम जानकी रमण दशरथ नंदन शर्वरेश वदना हरे राम जानकी
Thank you, Mansiji. There is a deeper symbolism in the stories of our epics. Gurudev says the Ramayana is happening every day of our lives. Do you know how? For a moment, let us close our eyes. Shri Ganesh. Your soul is Rama.
Your mind is Sita.
Lakshmana is awareness.
Hanuman is the breath.
and Ravana is the ego.
When awareness
Lakshmana,
slips from the mind,
Sita,
it is captured by the ego.
Ravana. This makes the soul
Rama,
restless.
with the help of the breath,
Hanuman, the mind is once again reunited with the self, and the ego vanishes.
We can open our eyes now. Wasn't that beautiful? We have all been regaled time and again with the stories from the Ramayana. But in her book, Sita, A Tale of Ancient Love, Bhanu Didi has uniquely decoded these stories and revealed a new dimension, just like one was revealed to us a minute ago in her book.
Mahatma Gandhi has said that the true spirit of Ram Rajya has been kept alive by the royal family of Mysore. We are honored to have the Maharaja of Mysore to share his thoughts on Sita with us. While we await a connection with the Maharaja,
We are delighted to invite Princess Diya Kumari ji of the Jaipur royal family, the descendants of Kush from the direct lineage of Lord Rama. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm honored and blessed to be here virtually, of course, because I couldn't make it. I would have really, been overjoyed to be here for the event, but somehow I couldn't make it. But I am so blessed that I'm joining this event virtually. Firstly, I'd like to thank Bhanumati ji, for having written this incredible book, this incredible story. And I'd like to, of course, thank her from my whole family, because since we take descent from Kush, the elder son of Sita Devi and Ramchandra ji. My family also would really thank Bhanumati ji for giving me the honor to be here amongst all of you for this incredible book launch, A Tale of Ancient Love, Sita, A Tale of Ancient Love. Sita ji, who we all revere and pray to, is an inspiration to all women. She is the perfect woman, symbolizing strength, bravery, fearlessness, sacrifice, devotion, among many other extraordinary qualities. I think in today's time, her life story is an inspiration to all women, especially, actually to everyone. Woman, I mean, somebody, her story, I grew up listening to her story. It's such an inspiration. And I'd really like to thank the author to have, written the book, and I can't wait to actually read the book. I wish I was there in person, but I'd like to thank her and, of course, thank and congratulate her and everyone associated with the book. It's a great honor for me to be there, and for my whole family also. They would like to thank her and everyone. I think this is something that I think it's so wonderful that it's finally happened, because Sita ji is somebody who we only read about Ram ji and of course the Ramayana, but Sita ji somehow or the other, no one really has written about her life, and this would be something which we are all looking forward to. So thank you again very much from all of us here. Thank you.
Have you with us, and you have echoed our sentiment. From 2-year-old to 82-year-old, we'll all enjoy a new perspective through Bhanuma's work.
Gurudev says, love is not an emotion, it is your very existence. And as the title suggests, this book is more than anything an unput-downable love story. We now invite Sri Vidya Varchasvi to read out a poem from the book.
Time stood still. The soul danced as they locked eyes with each other. One glance spoke volumes, carrying the thread of the past, present, and future. An electric moment, an exchange of energy. But whom to unite with when all is part of infinity? Spring was in full bloom, all around and within. Birds burst into song, petals showered her and him. A fountain of joy, a cool feeling. Just a glance created havoc, a conflict between being and merging. How strange it is. Two strangers meet and become one in a glance. They part to meet and meet to part. They never really were apart. There was no two. Yet they rejoiced in every meeting. Each glance was ever new. Perhaps this is divine love. Thank you.
Wasn't that truly beautiful? And if that is how the book begins, we can imagine what the rest of it will be like. So here at the ashram, you may know that we have a very participative atmosphere here, yes? Awesome. So it's time for the audience to participate once again. I'm not going to ask you to close your eyes, though that's natural here. But we have a read from anywhere challenge. We invite any one of you from the audience to please join us on stage and open up the book from anywhere and read a little bit for us. Any one of you who'd like to join us and read from this beautiful book? Lovely. Lovely round of applause for her, please.
You can introduce yourself and start reading.
Hi, I'm Sneha Modi, and I'm so happy to be part of this event and to know about Sita ji more. So I've got page number 135 to read. Is life a straight path? A clear route predictable? The oars are in our hands, only seemingly. Is life a winding road, full of uncertainty, perhaps mystical? Nothing is in our hands, only seemingly. The mind is your boat to the moon and back, in the river of time, along stretches that are known, turn by turn, up and down, into the unknown. Does it start at the end, or does it end at the start? Come home beyond the mind. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that.
And now, let us invite the author of those magical words, Srimati Bhanumati Narasimhan, to the stage for a special interaction with all of us.
And while we wait for her to join, we just wanted to share why we invited one of you on stage. While we were deciding which excerpt would be the best to share with you, we realized you could pick up this book, open up any page, and you will find a hidden gem. Wasn't that true when she read out that beautiful poem? Thank you, Bhanuma, for this book.
Bhanuma. Bhanu Didi, could you please share with us how you chose to write on Sita?
So nice. Thank you for coming. It looks so magical here, always, as always. This is a usual question I get. Why did I write about Sita? If I wrote about somebody else, you would have asked about that also. But for me, Sita has been always a truly empowered woman, you know. And we speak about empowerment of women, and also I thought this is the best topic. And the more I read about her, referred to many scriptures, these are the great epics, no? Our great epic, timeless wisdom is there. And you take any event, there's so much of wisdom. Gurudev often says, you know, you see, if you see beyond event, there is wisdom in it. So this is what really inspired me. And I want to tell you a story, then you will understand why. So there is a story in when they went to Sita and Rama went to Vanvas, then in Chitrakuta forest. There one incident happened. Sita was very happy with all the forest atmosphere, and it was almost like a resort for her. Forest resort. She enjoyed really this beautiful aspect of a joyful aspect. I really wanted to bring out. Is usually we think Vanvas means, you know, they are very unhappy. No. This for 13.5 years, they were very happy. They were together. Only last 6 months, they had to undergo all the challenges, I would say. So there she came across a parrot. Maybe you all know this story, but this is my favorite story, you know. So this parrot she brought home, and then this parrot closer, okay. So she brought this parrot and asked Rama, what can I name this parrot? You know, give me a name for the parrot. So immediately Rama said, Kaikeyi. So what was the reaction of Sita? She said, this parrot is my friend, Rama. So Rama said, so what does this parrot do? Then Sita said, it can repeat whatever I say. Just it will say whatever I say. So then Rama said, that is what Keiki Mata also did. She repeated the words of the divine. So this is when, she immediately, whatever bitterness, even if she had a little bit of bitterness in her mind about Keiki Mata, just dropped. This really is such a beautiful story, These are gems. These are, like I would say, relatable, isn't it? Now also we can understand if somebody so close to you says something, you are really bothered, isn't it? However much you want to accept. But then there is some little irritation in you. Only wisdom can remove this. So she could understand it was the divine will. No? So we need time and again reminder that how to look at life from this angle. So there are so many such angles, so many wisdom from this, is a treasure house of knowledge, we all know, right? And that is why it is timeless. No? And 7,500 years back, Rama Sita lived, and today also we revere and we follow, we get inspired by these, her nature and Rama's nature, isn't it? And how it is so nice that how our epics have, in Sanatana Dharma, I would say that even divine can be human and human can be divine. This is the beautiful point you can refer to, and if you see the Ramayana. And there are many such stories, and I have written, penned down, and it just flowed. It's the grace of Gurudev's grace. And when we were small children, my father used to, every night we will pester him. He will tell stories, one story from Ramayana, one story from Mahabharata. And then I used to get little bugged by Rama, why did he send her to forest and all. And then when I grew up, little more maturity came, and then I had a different level of understanding, when there are layers of knowledge, you can say, when the more you mature, you get a different angle of, isn't it? So acceptance comes, and then when you accept, then you really gain the knowledge. Knowledge comes to you. And as Gurudev said that, that one you quoted, it was Gurudev's, he said that Rama is the self, the soul, and Sita is the mind. And Sita is such a strong mind. During these 3 years, last 2-3 years, we have had, you all know how we had to be under lockdown and isolate ourselves. So it was more of a mental torture than, of course, we had to be, we are all social beings, isn't it? And we couldn't meet our loved ones. So then you can understand Sita, how she was there but still strong. That's why I say she was self-made, because she was always established in the self, that is Rama. Her mind was full of Rama. That is where she carried herself through all thick and thins of life. Any challenges she could face. This is what we really learn from Sita's life. There are many lessons, but as she was such a powerful leader, and it's not necessary that a leader should always lead from the front. She can always be a supportive leader leading from the back. What do you say? So all these qualities, that empowering qualities, that strength of her mind, it's fantastic, So these things inspired me.
Thank you, Didi, for those words of wisdom. We now have a few questions from our guests for you, Didi, based on excerpts from the book. So let us play the first excerpt, then we'll have the question.
The mesmerizing. I can't, beyond words, how you described Sita being born. So Sita is a child of Mother Earth, and she's come from the earth, has access to all the material things, yet she's far beyond the material things. How can one grow in multiple dimensions, both materially and spiritually?
I think this is a question for Gurudev. But I can attempt to answer. See, spiritual growth and material growth are not opposing each other. They can coexist. It is like seeing the television and hearing it too. No, they both are simultaneous, in fact. If you see from Sita's book, if you see Sita's life, Sita could be both comfortable even in the palace and also in the forest. She had no discomfort at all. That is because it's our own mind that we carry everywhere, right? And she had a strong mind. So anywhere she went, she was comfortable. So this is the spiritual aspect. And if you say the material, when we say wealth, wealth has so many types of wealth. And wealth as dispassion, wealth as strength, wealth as, no, all these are there. Ashtalakshmi also. So she had all that with her. That is the inspiration we can get from her, and we also, this is very practical. In fact, that is the importance of all these epics. They are timeless wisdom, and it is applicable to this day also. That's what I learned. What do you say? Thank you.
There is a song that resonates beautifully with the wisdom Bhanu Didi just shared. Rohit Sridharji, could you please sing it for us?
Which one? Any song?
Rohit.
Rama ho Rama 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 ho Rama ho Rama ho Rama 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 ho Rama ho Rama ho Rama 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 ho Rama ho Rama ho Rama ho Rama ho Rama Rama ho Rama ho Rama Rama ho Rama ho Rama ho Rama 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 ho Rama Rama ho Rama ho Rama Rama ho जीवन सागर में ओ भैया जीवन सागर में ओ भैया नैया सदा बढ़ाए जा नैया सदा बढ़ाए जा गुरु को ना बिसराए जा गुरु को ना बिसराए जा राम रमैया गाए जा रामा हो रामा हो रामा हो रामा 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 हो रामा हो रामा हो रामा 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 हो रामा हो रामा हो रामा 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 हो रामा हो और सुख के इस मेले में, दुख और सुख के इस मेले में मस्ती सदा बनाए जा, मस्ती सदा बनाए जा, गुरु को ना बिसराए जा, गुरु को ना बिसराए जा, राम रमैया गाए जा, रामा हो रामा हो रामा हो रामा 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 हो रामा हो रामा हो रामा 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 हो रामा हो रामा 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 हो.
Thank you, Rohit. That absolutely scintillating performance. Please, could we have the next excerpt?
They mounted their horses, which had shiny hooves, and rode away. The forest was welcoming to them. There was a certain inexpressible beauty in untamed nature. There was an orderliness that was not linear. Those with intuitive intelligence felt at home. Those who depended on just their outer senses were alert and experienced a tinge of fear. The girls did not follow the typical rules. They raced into the forest as if it were their grandparents' backyard. The head of the guards tried warning Sita, but she just laughed at him sweetly and rode on. Their hair flying behind them, the girls looked like forest deities in their own kingdom.
We have a question from the audience.
Jai Gurudev Manuma. Lovely evening today. I had a question about the excerpt. When we think about strength, right, there is an idea that it has to be powerful or muscular, and there is such an image sort of attached to it. But, when we look at Sita, we see her as a very soft, subtle, sensitive. And so I would like for you to throw some light on the strength of subtleness when it comes to Sita. And, she has such wonderful qualities. And, if you can just describe maybe a few qualities that we should all imbibe in our daily lives, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I've already written about it in the book. So, of course, sensitivity, sensibility, strength, all can go together. Sensitivity is not, and it's not just weakness, no? As you rightly said, it's not the muscular power that is subtle strength. She had more than that. That is the power of the, her confidence was there, and power of the self, power of her mind. I want to tell you the story. The story is easy to understand, isn't it? I like stories. So, we all know Rameshwara, we have the, that Sthala Purana, it is there in that. It's once after the war was over, and then they came victorious, they came to Rameshwaram, and Rama and Sita. Rama's Ishta Devata was Shiva, you all know. So he wanted to do Shiva Puja there. So he told Sita that what to do now. Then Hanuman was there standing, and he said, don't worry, I'll go to Shiva, I'll pray to him, and I'll get the Atmalinga from him. So he went, and it took some time. He was praying, penance was there. No, it took a little longer time. So in the meanwhile, Rama told Sita, why don't you make a shivling? So she made a shivling out of sand. She created, and then they started, they prayed and all. Then Hanuman came with Atmaling, and then he felt a little pinch suddenly. Oh, I went all the way and brought it. So, always the divine lets the devotee do things in their own way. So, Rama told Hanuman that you can move this shivling and then place the other one. No, it's okay, you can move Sita's shivling. So, immediately Hanuman went to move, and he couldn't. Hanuman, the strongest of the strongest, he couldn't move the shivling even an inch. So then immediately he understood that it was Sita Mata who had made the shivling, and immediately he realized, that even for little few seconds he slipped out of awareness. And then Rama said, it's okay. Now also that main linga is Sita Maya's linga that we worship there. No? So then that is the subtle strength, I would say. Oh, okay, Mike. So that is the strength of Sita. You can understand subtle strength in that. When a drop connects itself to the ocean, it feels the strength of the ocean. So like that, when we connect directly to the source, that is what even in Shiva Dhanush case, I have written about it, read it. But they had, when nobody could lift the Shiva Dhanush, Rama, in the hands of Rama and Sita, it was like flower. How was this possible? Because that the right connection to the right, when you know the switch, this is the switch for this bulb, it can ignite, right? So she had that connection to Shiva directly, so also Rama. So that is the subtle strength we speak about. So to get this subtle strength, we should realize our own self, how strong we are. So that can happen through grace, meditation, spiritual practice. So we have seen time and again, that how intuitive power develops in us when we are calm, we are collected. We realize our strength. Yeah. So shall we do a small meditation, a short meditation? We'll wait for Gurudev. So waiting, we'll meditate. Let's close our eyes. Keep your spine erect, shoulders loose and neck loose, the whole body relaxed. Smile on your face. And normal breathing. Breathe in with a smile. And we breathe out with a smile. Normal, deep, gentle breath. Your incoming breath energizes the body, and your outgoing breath relaxes the body. Become aware of the noises around you, any kind of noise, and accept all the noises. Be with it. वातावरण में जो भी आवाज़ें हैं ऐसे ही स्वीकार करें. Once again, breathe in and and breathe out. Become aware of your body. Your body is a beautiful gift from the divine, from nature. Honor your own body. Once again, breathe in and breathe out. Become aware of your thoughts. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, let it be. Become aware of your feelings. Pleasant, unpleasant. Let it be. You're much more bigger than your thoughts and feelings. You are peace and your love. Om Shanti. 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 Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, become aware of your body and surroundings. Once again, breathe in, and as you breathe out, slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes with a smile. You may open your eyes. Check करते हैं. Good? Nice?
That was absolutely beautiful, Bhanuma. And After that peaceful silence, it's the perfect time to hear some chanting. There is an entire Upanishad that glorifies the qualities of Sita, and our students of the Vedas from Shri Shri Gurukul are here with us. We'd love to invite them onto the stage and request them to chant some select verses.
ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्रा स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागसस्तनोभिर्व्यासेम देवहितं यदायोः ॐ इच्छाज्ञानक्रियाशक्तिं त्रयं यद्भावसाधनम् तद्ब्रह्म सत्ता सामान्यं सीता तत्त्वमुपास्महे ॐ देवाः वै प्रजापतिमब्रुवन् का सीता किं रूपमिति सहोवाच प्रजापतिः सा सीतेति मूलप्रकृतिरूपत्वात् सा सीता प्रकृतिस्मृता प्रणवप्रकृतिरूपात् सा सीता प्रकृतिरुच्यते सीता इति त्रिवर्णात्मा साक्षान्मायामयी भवेत् विष्णुः प्रपञ्चबीजं च माया ईकार उच्यते सकारः सत्यममृतं प्राप्तिः सोमश्च कीर्त्यते तकारस्तारलक्ष्म्या च वैराजः प्रस्तरस्मृतः ईकाररूपिणी सोमामृता वयवदिव्यालङ्कारस्मन्तोक्तिकाद्याभरणलङ्कृता महामाया व्यक्तरूपिणी व्यक्ता भवति प्रथमा शब्दब्रह्ममयी स्वाध्यायकाले प्रसन्ना उद्भावनकरी सात्मिका द्वितीया भूतले हलाग्रे समुत्पन्ना तृतीया ईकाररूपिणी अव्यक्तस्वरूपा भवतीति सीता इत्युदाहरन्ति शौनकीये श्रीरामसान्निध्यवशात् जगदानन्दकारिणी उत्पत्तिस्थितिसंहारकारिणी सर्वदेहिनां सीता भगवती ज्ञेया मूलप्रकृतिसंज्ञिता प्रणवत्वात् प्रकृतिरिति वदन्ति ब्रह्मवादिन इति अथातो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासेति च स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रावा स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ
Thank you for those evocative chants. As I said earlier, Mahatma Gandhi has said that the true spirit of Ram Rajya has been kept alive by the royal family of Mysore. We are honored to have the Maharaja of Mysore to share his thoughts on Sita with us.
A very good evening to all present. It's a tremendous pleasure to today share with you. I'm sorry, I'm hearing my echo. A very good evening to everyone present today. It gives me immense pleasure to be at the unveiling of Sita, a tale of ancient love. As you all know, throughout the history of the palace, we have often been at the forefront of trying to create new perspectives and new deviations throughout many of our publications. And I think in the tale of Ramayana especially, there hasn't been ever, even though she is the focal point pretty much of the entire narrative, from the viewpoint of Sita, there has never been a true telling from that perspective of that book. So it is truly interesting to know that this book deals about the epic from her viewpoint. Sita stands for, of course, divine grace, elegance, and many of the ideals we practice within our dharma. But at the same time, she also stands for tremendous courage that I think is part of womanhood. I come from a house where oftentimes many of the male heirs, the male successors have been talked about in tremendous, many pronouns given to them. But often it is forgotten that Mysore to this day would not have been here if it wasn't for the efforts of our many queens that ruled here. Coming from the time of Rani Lakshmana, who during the time of our usurpation was the one who stood strong and ensured that the kingdom came back to us, and then did many more pro-society works towards, of course, the very much renowned and well-known Vanivilas Sannidhanavaru, who, of course, beyond many other developmental works, was also instrumental in her regency of Mysore during the infancy or the minority of Krishnadevaya IV, all the way up to, I think, even my mother, who has, in these tough times, continued to strive to uphold all the values and traditions of our household. So I think when coming back to this book in particular, that of the Ramayana, it is important that we highlight the perspective of Sita, because as we often do in sometimes what we would say sort of a male-dominated world, we often forget the many storylines that are coming from the female perspective. And so I'm very grateful that this book is being launched and we get insight into what is Sita's perspective, her viewpoint during this great epic. I'm sure the book will be a great success, and I wish it all the very best on behalf of everyone here at the Palace. I wish you all a very good evening. My apologies for the tardiness. I was caught up in another program in another district, and it took some time to come to Mysore. But nonetheless, I wish you all a very good evening, and thank you so much for having me and being a part of this event.
Prodigy to sing Pibere Ramarasam in Rag Ahir Bhairavi.
पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं दूरीकृत पातकसंसर्गं पूरितनानाविध फलवर्गं दूरीकृत पातकसंसर्गं पूरितनानाविध फलवर्गं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं जनन मरण भय शोकविदूरम् जनन मरण भय शोकविदूरं सकलशास्त्र निगमागमसारं जनन मरण भय शोकविदूरं सकलशास्त्र निगमागमसारं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं रसने परिपालित सरसि जगद्भाण्डं परमपवित्रीकृत पाषाण्डं परिपालित सरसि जगद्भाण्डं परमपवित्रीकृत पाषाण्डं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं रसने शुद्ध परमहंस आश्रमगीतम् शुद्ध परमहंस आश्रमगीतं शुकशौनक कौशिकमुखपीतं शुद्धपरमहंस आश्रमगीतं शुकशौनक कौशिकमुखपीतं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं 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 रामरसं
Thank you, Rahul, for that soulful rendition. And the moment we were all waiting for, our beloved Gurudev is amongst us. The Guru takes you on the journey within, from the form to the formless, and helps you realize you are the light. So we invite Gurudev to light a very special lamp. Gurudev, our guests have a few questions with your permission.
Jai Gurudev. I have a question. Historically, we had many wars. Ramayana, Mahabharata. Everywhere we had a clarity, which is evil, which is good. In Ramayana, it was quite obvious that Rama, Ravana, which side to take, it was easy. Mahabharata also, there was Duryodhana, Sri Krishna. Which side to take, it was again easy. Now we are seeing again a war in the current day between Russia and Ukraine. It is quite a dilemma, which side to take, which is dharma, which is adharma. So if you could throw some light on that, it will be great.
See, India as a country has never been aggressive, ever. We have always been the mediators. Mediators should not take any sides. Only then you can be a mediator. A bridge is on both sides. And it brings peace to people. War is worst act of reason. If you talk to each side, you will find they are correct. So, what is the right attitude is to initiate dialogue. And that's what we are into now. Yeah. Yeah.
Namaste, Gurudev. I have a question. We heard the deeper symbolism of Ramayana as shared by you, and it's very profound. And there are so many such stories we have grown up with, and it seems there is so much depth that can be derived from these stories. How can we decode the deeper meaning of these stories, Gurudev ji?
You know, these stories are like ocean. In ocean, the more you explore, the more things you get. If you can just go for picking some corals, some pearls, you can go fishing, you can go for, with an oil rig you go, you can draw oil, like that. जितना रामायण महाभारत में जिस दृष्टिकोण से देखते हैं उस दृष्टिकोण से कुछ कुछ मिलता रहता, हर उम्र के लोगों को मिलता है. ಎಲ್ಲ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವ್ರಿಗೂ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಿಕ್ಕೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಅದು ಒಂಥರ ಸಾಗರ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಏಕಮುಖಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮದು ಬಹುಮುಖಿ. ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್.
Gurudev, there is a constant duality between how we feel about ourselves and how others look at us. So, still, I see a lot of youngsters criticizing Rama, especially for sending Sita just by listening to somebody else what he said. And also in the end, it's very difficult to accept what Sita did to herself, getting into Agni. Yes, there is one side is philosophy, and then he was a king and he had his duties. But how do I want to see your perspective on this situation?
We have given different kalas to avatars. Rama is 12 kalas. Hanuman is 14 kalas. Hanuman, for him to help Rama, he has to be more stronger. And then Sri Krishna is 16 kalas. If you see Sri Rama and Sri Krishna's life, they're completely opposite. One was born in the middle of the noon, one was born at noon, another in the midnight. One just listened to what father said, the other never listened to what the father said. So that's why it's all called Leela. You don't have to, it conveys some deeper sense to you how the Creator assumes many roles. And each role, he says what you should do, what you should not do. So, it said Rama example, Sita's, Sri Krishna's, you hear his vachan, don't follow him. That's also said. You take the knowledge from Sri Krishna. Tede khade hai na, he is standing tede. So tede chal nahi, seedha chalo. The ancient people had so much wisdom to know what is to be taken. Not everybody approves everything everybody does. At that time society, whatever. So he did all that to Treta Yuga to say, yes, to exhibit the righteousness. We should take only that much. Otherwise, why would not Krishna follow the footsteps of Rama? After one yuga, he came and completely reversed everything. That's why when Balram asked him, Balram, the dialogue between Rama and Sri Krishna and Balram? When there is a dialogue between Sri Krishna and Balram, and Sri Krishna demolishes Balram's all siddhanta, all principles. Similarly, Sri Rama dismisses all the principles of Parashuram. Parashuram is also an avatar. And what Parashuram did is not acceptable also. Because father said something and he cut the mother said. So, and then because somebody did, he went around against Kshatriya the whole time. So Parashurama did something and then Sri Rama demolished them, his ego. Sri Rama did something, Sri Krishna came and changed something. So like this, avatars are leelas, they are plays. So you need to understand those things and see the divinity. Here it says, You see divinity in everyone. That means you can see divinity in yourself too. See, if you want to call Parashurama divine, nothing stops you from calling yourself divine. Inside you also the same divine is there. You must accept, because you have, if you see, you have better heart and better qualification. Many things are good in you too. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. You wanted to ask.
My name is Ravi Ayer. I am from Bangalore. Take it back to November 9th, 2019, when there was a historic event took place, where we thought there will be huge violence in the country, but everything was peaceful. It was unrealistically, but it was very pleasant and peaceful. I was very curious that time. How you managed to settle that issue?
Sri Ram Janambhoomi issue.
Yeah, you along with Mr. Swami. So very curious to know if you can throw a little bit of light on that.
Yes. It was a long exercise. We have been working. If you have seen my interview with Shankar in the Walk the Talk, way back in 2002, 2003, 2001 and all, those days I have said, we will give 5 acres for masjid, and that place should be given to for temple, for grand temple, Sri Rama temple. And since then on, we are putting some effort. We have been in touch with people, and in these last few years before the judgment, we have been working on that. So we met so many religious leaders. In fact, they came here to ashram. So many imams came here. They requested me to, take a step to leadership in resolving it. And so we have spoken to many people, and everyone agreed, yes, it makes sense to gift the place. And the last day of the argument, the Sunni Waqf Board chairperson, he agreed to our request, and whatever we had written, he has signed on it. And so the giver gave away the place. And if you see the judgment, it is absolutely full stop, comma, everything. Whatever the judgment is, whatever we had agreed upon with the Sunni Waqf Board. Same thing. They agreed to take 5 acres, and they agreed to give away this place, and that's all we wanted. And that happened. And that boosted the morale of all the 5 judges to come on one platform, and they declared it. And they acknowledged that. They said yes. If the giver also had signed it, a taker also had signed it, then it could have come as a settlement between the community. But nevertheless, 1,200 different imams of the country, they had given in writing for agreeing for this. And that took quite some work, 10 months of work on that. Yeah. People are very good in heart. You only have to establish right communication and convince them what is good for everyone. And then they are ready.
Gurudev, the Maharaja of Mysore, has a question for you.
Yes. Yaduvir avare, ha.
Namaskara. ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ತಮ್ಮ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗೋದು, ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಒಳ್ಳೇದು. ನೀವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಫಾದರ್. ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಷಯ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್.
ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಬನ್ನಿ,
ನಮ್ಮ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ.
ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಇದೆ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ. ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾ? ಹಾಂ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ.
May we have an opportunity for a photo with you, with our esteemed guests?
Photo, how you can do Photoshop? You mean everybody will come on the stage?
We'd like to invite a few.
Everyone?
Just the esteemed guests we have with us. May I
Sure.
invite them?
Speakers or, the part of, yeah. What I will do is I can go and stand up there.
Wonderful.
And you can take picture from here.
Yes.
Book release.
We'll also
first.
do the unveiling of the book.
First that let's do the book.
All right. May we have the books, please, to be unveiled?
Look at that, is so classy.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। सीताराम सीताराम सब
हमारे सीताराम 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 भज मन प्यारे सीताराम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। कौशल्या के भले राम दशरथ के प्यारे श्री राम।
कौशल्या के
भले राम दशरथ जी के प्यारे राम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। ओ होई है वही जो।
And with that, we have come to the conclusion of our launch event for Sita, A Tale of Ancient Love. You can avail of a signed copy at the entrance desk. Thank you everyone for joining us for this wonderful evening.
जाहि भी
We'd like to thank Anupama Hoskereji of the Dhatu International